All right, this made me go find my hat. I'm gonna try and do this in one take because this definitely got my attention. If you think anybody, and I'm just gonna talk about pro spec here because I feel like that's what this is aimed at. If you think for a minute that those guys and girls don't belong to be there, you are out of your goddamn mind. Because we're asking them to travel across the country, basically pay for everything out of pocket, have friends as volunteers, and now they have like 4, 5, maybe 6 laps to figure out a track that most of them have never been on in a car that only wants to drive straight because that's the level that we're at. Even at 255s, these cars are so gripped up. These cars are so fast that like drifting them is not easy. And if you think it is, you're out of your mind. But we're asking them to do all of that and then, get those laps in and then wait for several hours at a time and then go on track for a qualifying run and be perfect. That's what we're asking of these drivers. So if you think for a second that they shouldn't have taken that opportunity, they should spend more time in grassroots and all that stuff, you are absolutely insane. Because no, like, do drivers need more practice? Yes. Even the best need more practice. That's the point. You look at anybody who is at the top of their craft. They don't stop practicing because they're the best. They keep driving. James Dean doesn't just show up to competitions. Dude drives every single weekend that he possibly can. So do I think that these guys need more practice? I think everybody needs more practice. But to try and shit on them because they weren't perfect after going through all of that, after only knowing a track for a couple of laps, is absolutely insane to me. Let alone the fact that their car needs to go through that. There are very few products that are actually designed for drifting. Like let's be honest here. They're like even like clutches, flywheels, engine components. We're only now catching up to the demands that drifting provides. I think it was Chris Forsberg who talked like if something's built for 1,000 horsepower, that's only 800 horsepower in drifting terms. So let alone having a perfect car, sleepless nights, probably eating shitty food with people who are volunteers after competing in Pro-Am and doing the exact same thing over and over again, and then you're mad that they're not perfect. How dare you? It just for a moment go and talk to these drivers because their stories are insane. Their stories are incredible. And everything that they've gone through just to do this one thing, to live out their dream after getting given that golden ticket, and you're mad that they didn't do better. Man, I really hope this is a troll post. I really do. Because if you feel this way, I mean, sorry somebody hurt you. That's all I have to say. So if you want to be triggered, you got it. I even went and found the hat.